15 ways to improve your website conversion without spending more on ads. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Paid Media YouTube channel. My name is Maury. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, this channel is designed to talk all things about paid media from the beginner's level, whether if you are aspiring to be a paid media specialist or a media buyer or a media planner. This channel is designed to help you on a beginner's level. If you are a local business owner and you need help with setting up your Google ads or Facebook ads, or you just want somebody to look at your ads and how they're performing and give you some advice, feel free to schedule a free 30-minute discovery call with me. I will ask you a series of questions just to get a better understanding of your business and how I can help you get the most out of your ads. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. So, number one, you want to write more actionable and benefit-driven calls to action. Call to action is super important. Your call to action tells users exactly what they're getting and why it matters. So you can use generic buttons like submit or click here, but they often fall flat, okay? Instead, you want to make sure that your call to action is outcome focused. So instead, you can say, get your free quote today, start my free 7-day trial, or download the free guide. You need to be direct, make it about the benefit, not about the action. Have clear calls to action, which will nearly always outperform the vague ones. Number two, you want to experiment with form placement. So you should, if you're not already, you should already have a form that they need to fill out. But should your format go at the bottom or at the top of the page? This is something that you should ask yourself. And the answer really depends on the complexity of your offer. For good rule of thumb, for the low friction offers, placing them at the top works best. Okay, for the higher committed offers, placing them at the bottom works best because it gives you time to explain the value, right? It gives you time to go over your value proposition, add testimonies, so on and so forth. But this normally can boost your conversions as much as 300% in some cases. So, best case scenario, good rule of thumb is to test both and let your audience decide which works the best. Number three, use multi-step forms to increase compliance. So psychology tells us that once users are committed to small actions, they are more likely to continue with bigger ones. So that's why multi-step forms work well. So step one is normally you ask a simple question, non-invasive, it's a qualifying question. Number two, you ask for personal information like name, email, so on and so forth. So this technique warms up your leads and reduces bounce rate even though the form is technically longer. Number four, your format length. You want to match your format length with your offer. So, short forms like gated content or checklist should only ask for minimum information. So, name, first name, maybe last name, and email. That's it. The longer forms work better when the user expects something personal. So this could be like a quote or a demo. So if you're asking for phone numbers on a free download, you're likely turning people off because they're probably wondering, why the hell do you want to call them, right? Why in the world do you need their number? Okay? So something to keep in mind. All right, number five, you want to ask smart non-personal questions first, okay? So, again, avoid non-evasive fields like company name. That question could be early in forms. Instead, you need to ask helpful questions like how many people are on your team? What's your marketing budget? So that way it keeps it anonymous, but it's easy until step 2. Okay? You want to lead, number 6, you want to lead with a strong value proposition in your headline. Headlines are so crucial. Like I said, I've been through a lot of accounts. I've talked to a lot of local business owners, and a lot of their, how can I put it? A lot of their websites are not that good when it comes to the actual text that's on there. And a lot of them waste their headline space with just silly words that are not value proposition driven. Okay. All right. So your headline is the first impression. And instead of using vague brand slogans, like, it's just silly stuff. I'll have to do like a walkthrough to show y'all what I'm talking about. But instead, you want to use words that speak directly to the user's pain points or their goals. So for example, you can put like okay, let me show you an example of something bad that I've seen. Or well, I'll just talk about that in another video. But essentially, you want to make sure that your headline has a value proposition. Okay, so a good headline could be increase your leads by 70% with our marketing platform. A bad headline would be something vague like capture every opportunity. That doesn't tell us nothing. Versus increase your leads by 70% with our marketing platform sounds a lot better. Just more emotional, more goal driven plus pain point. Okay. Number 7, you want to use social proof and build trust. So you want to showcase reviews, testimonials, customer logos, right? Awards, usage stats. Those things help. So these signals validate your offer and ease buyers' anxiety. Bonus points if you include photos, names, video testimonies to humanize your brand. Number 8, you want to add video for instant clarity. So when it comes to your landing page videos, they normally increase conversions by 80%. And this is because they see a face, like it helps them with understanding that it's most of the time it should be real. So use them to simplify complex products, to introduce your team, to show the product in action. So keep it underneath 2 minutes, especially because you don't want to slow down your website's load speed, because that's crucial. So keep it underneath 2 minutes and place it near your call to action or your headline. Number 9, you want to try GIFs for fast and visible explanations. So I've seen a lot of software companies, especially the startup companies, they use GIFs. I think it's pretty cute. But normally this, like I said, the software, the cells or software as a cell or whatever, the SaaS or the tech brands, they use that. It quickly demonstrates features to show the product in motion without requiring users to push play. All right, next, you want to use the decoy effect. The decoy effect is such a psychological marketing tactic and principle that we still use. So you want to offer the three pricing tier. So you want to include the higher price decoy, right? So package to make your middle package look like the best deal. And companies do this all the time. Websites do this all the time. And it's like a proven cognitive bias that guides users to choose the preferred option. Kind of like the bandwagon effect, the Jones effect, right? It's a psychological thing. It works. People use the three-tier package all the time. If you're not already including that kind of packaging, I would highly recommend that you do that. 11 is you want to trigger the exit intent pop-up. So this is definitely something new. So if your users move to the exit page, you want to show a time-sensitive offer. And this actually works. So here we have the wait, subscribe to our newsletter and receive this free kit. All right. So it's a last chance to kind of give them that little push that often works. Number 12, you want to use live chats or chat boxes. Now, with the rise of AI, this is something that a lot of companies are incorporating on their website. The chat box gives users instant answers without the friction of filling out forms, especially this is especially effective with high ticket or complex services. So for example, I used to work for a hosting company, WP Engine, and we had a chat box. So that definitely helped, and it definitely kept the users or the visitors there a lot longer without getting frustrated. Okay. And it was a good way to convert people into booking demos. It was a good sales method too. Number 13, you want to improve your site speed. This is so important. A 1-second delay can reduce your conversion by 7%. So you want to use tools like Google Speed Page Insights. And you also want to compress your images and eliminate unnecessary code. That normally helps with making your site a lot faster. Number 14, you want to use heat maps, scroll maps, and site or on-site polls. This is really effective. So that's really if you want to know what users are really doing on your site. So you can use tools like Hotjar or Crazy Egg to track clicks, scroll behavior, and drop off points. You can use polls like what's missing on this page, which can really reveal the high impact insights that you would need to improve your website. Number 15, you want to optimize your thank you page. So the journey doesn't just end at the conversion. So you want to use the thank you page to, number one, offer next steps. That could be like a free trial or a case study or a webinar invite. Gives you the opportunity to also link any relevant blog post, like any relevant social media pages like Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Twitter. Yeah. You can also use it as a way to capture referrals, and yeah, so it's just a good way for the users to engage after they convert. All right, looking at my time, y'all. So what do you start with? You start with these high intent or high impact tests. You can test your call to action, your format, your form layout fields, headline, sub headline, or whatever. So this definitely helps. Also, you want to optimize your speed and really get a better understanding of your or the customer's behavior based off of these enhancements. So some of my final thoughts when it comes to conversion optimization, it isn't just about tweaking the buttons or the headlines. It's about understanding how people think and how they behave and how how you can build frictionless paths to action. So if you are needing help with really optimizing and getting more conversions from your website, feel free to schedule a 30-minute call with me. I will be more than glad to give you an audit. If you want to do an audit with a website audit, just send me, I'm thinking about probably putting a form that where you can fill out, but for now, schedule a 30-minute call. I'll ask you some questions and see how I can help. And with that being said, if you like content like this, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Be nice in the comments. Peace.